Did you know water is important? Humans depend on it for drinking and cleaning ourselves and our clothes every day. When showering at my grandmother's house in Mississippi, the water felt slimy compared to the water at home. Why? This is what inspired my project. What type of water is the softest? I researched 4 types of water. My research is water has dissolved calcium and magnesium in water makes the water harder. If it has less of those, it's softer. Tap water undergoes an important disinfection process which gets rid of all the bacteria and parasites in the water, but it does not take out the calcium and magnesium. Distilled water is put into a large factory and stuff, and then they boil it and the steam turns into liquid, which turns into distilled water. Spring water flows over the rocks, which means it grabs minerals. Purified water goes through a process similar to distilled water, but is a little different, but with a few added steps like reverse osmosis, which leaves it with a more pure taste. And so my hypothesis is that purified water will be the softest. The materials that I used are a permanent marker, 4 empty water bottles, the water types, 4 different ones, and a tape measure and a timer, and Dawn dish soap. My amazing procedure is you take the permanent marker and write on the bottles so that you know which one you can pour into so you don't forget. And then you label it correctly like this. And then you pour the water in and you take the eyedropper, squeeze some dish soap and put 2 drops into the water bottle. And then you shake it. You shake it to see the bubbles, and then you measure it. Based upon my hypothesis, I failed miserably with what I thought. That's the graph. Tap water had the most bubbles. Purified water should have been the softest because it doesn't have that much water, that many minerals in it as the others. Tap water came out first. We had to do this experiment 7 times because we did not shake at a constant rate and we did not dry the bottles out after every shaking measure thingy, which made it weird. In conclusion, I learned that water hardness matters. Harder water creates less bubbles, which makes your hair and your clothes look more disgusting. Soft water is better, so that's why you should have soft water. But I kind of like harder water better, so. Now, before I did this project, I would just look at the water bottles in the store and just think, water. But now, I know the difference. And now I understand why I felt so slimy when I showered at my grandma's house in Mississippi. My grandmother had a water softener. The end.